everyone, Emily here from Emily Reads, and today I have for you a book unhaul. I know I just recorded one maybe about a month or so ago. I have another one to share with you because a few weeks back I went through and I used a spreadsheet and I inputted all of the books that I owned, what I've read, what I have not read. And as I was doing that, I decided some books just needed to be unhauled. And so I'm going to go through the books. I honestly don't know how many books I'm unhauling here. I'll post that in the title of this video. So as I go through these books, I'll explain why I'm unhauling them. So I don't know if any of them I said like, oh, these are just bad books. But for me, they might not be things that I enjoyed. For you, you might enjoy them. They're just not bad books. They're just books that it's time for someone else to enjoy them. So that being said, let's go into this unhaul. So the first book I'm unhauling is The 12 by Justin Cronin. I have not read this book, but this is an ARC, and I found recently at my library's book sale a $2 copy of the hardback. So I wanted something that I still need to read this trilogy. I've heard really good things about it. It's on my plan to do so at some point in time. But I decided I wanted the published copy and not an ARC. Then the next book I'm getting rid of is One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest by Ken Kesey. I haven't read this. I wanted to, but I realized like a book on mental health services just is not, and the problems of it is just not something that I want to read. Given the nature of my field, it's not something that I want to read for relaxation and enjoyment. So the next book is The Children's Hour by Lillian, I believe her first name is Lillian Hellman. I read this way back in college, so that would have been in 2000. So I haven't touched it since, so I don't want to keep it anymore. It was a really good play. Oh, it is by Lillian Hellman. It is a really good play. I really enjoyed it, but I just feel like it should be in someone else's hands. Then I'm getting rid of The Selected Writings of Edgar Allan Poe. Again, I read this in college, and I have not touched it since, so it's time to move on. And I'm getting rid of The Scottish Prisoner by Diana, I can never pronounce her name, Gabaldon, or Gabaldon. I honestly don't know how to pronounce her last name. I am struggling to get through the Outlander series, and I did not want, and I found this again at my used bookstore, or at my library book sale for $2, and so I bought it thinking like, oh yes, I'll read this. So many other books have come my way, and I realized I don't want to add another big long series when I'm struggling with the Outlander series. So that's why I'm getting rid of this. Then I'm getting rid of a Bible. Not that I don't like this Bible, but the print is like super tiny, and I'm in my mid-40s, and readers have become a thing for me. So I'm not reading this Bible anymore, so it's time to pass on. Then I'm getting rid of Delirium Stories by, I just dropped the book, by Lauren Oliver. I haven't read this. I liked Delirium, the original trilogy, and realized like I'm not a big fan of reading the side stories, so that's why I'm getting rid of that. Then I'm getting rid of Game Board of the Gods by Rochelle Mead. I bought it thinking that I would read this, and I realized like, who am I really kidding? I'm probably not going to read it, so time to move on. Then I'm getting rid of First Lord's Fury by Jim Butcher. It's book 6 of the Codex Alara series. I just have too many series, and I have like later in somewhere in my other bag, I have books 2, 4, and 4 in this series. And I realized, like, I've got the Dresden Files, I've got Realm of the Elderlings, I've got Wheel of Time. If I really want to read Codex Alera, I'll check it out. I'm getting rid of Amy Tan, The Valley of Amazement. I've had this for years. I haven't read it yet, and I love Amy Tan. She is a beautiful author, but the subject matter of this is Violet Minturn is in Shanghai, 1912. Violet Minturn is the privileged daughter of the American madam of the city's most exclusive courtesan house. I just don't have it in me to read about courtesans anymore. So that's why I'm getting rid of it. Then I'm getting rid of Ken Follett, The Third Twin. I think I read this years ago. And I enjoyed it, but I know I'm not going to read it again, so it's time to move on. And again, this is all because I just need to clear some space on my shelves. I'm running out of space. Ken Follett, Night Over Water, I have never read it. And I was on a big Ken Follett kick for a time. And so I was like, I need to buy all his books. And I've discovered that, like, thrillers are just not for me. This one I might keep, I don't know. I think I'll keep this. Yeah, I'm actually going to put this in I'm not going to get rid of this. But I am going to talk about it because I think this book series just is not talked about. And I loved it. So this is a companion book. It's got 3 novellas. It's called Untamed, and it's by A.J. Howard. And the first book in the trilogy is called Splintered. And just check out how gorgeous this cover is. Splintered is even prettier. Splintered is about Alyssa, I believe is her name. Yes, Alyssa Gardner. Alyssa Gardner, she is a relative of the original Alice of Alice in Wonderland. And this whole series, the Splintered series, is a modern retelling of the Alice in Wonderland story. And I loved it. I need to revisit it. So I originally thought, like, oh, I'll get rid of it because it's 3 novellas. I don't know if I really want it. Nope. I've decided, no, I need to hang on to this. Okay. Then my other bag. Hold on. All the books fell over. Jiminy Crickets. So, another Rochelle Mead. Again, it's part of, like, the Age of X books. I thought I would read this. I didn't realize, no, I'm not. Who am I kidding? It Takes a Witch by Heather Blake. I did read this. I enjoyed it. It was a light, cute read. I actually won this book in a book group that I'm on Facebook. And so I won this, and it was sent to me. So it was free, and it was super cute. It's a mystery about like a witch who can grant wishes. That's her power. The little town that she's in, like, different witches have different powers, and it's just a cute little murder mystery. Then I'm getting rid of John MacArthur, Found God's Peace. It's about worry, anxiety. I haven't read this. I'm not going to, I don't think. I've read I have some other good books about anxiety from the Christian perspective that I really like, and I'm going to keep better as a resource, so I'll just pass this on. Family Worship by Donald Whitney. This actually came free to me. For a time I was taking classes through Southern Baptist Theological Seminary, and this came free. This is one of the professors there. Actually, I had him for my online courses, and the book is titled Family Worship. I'm single, so it doesn't really quite apply to me, and I don't know if or when I'll get married. So I think the ideas are good in it. I think I skimmed this or something. maybe I read this for my class too. I don't know. So it's not a bad book, but it's just kind of like, I don't know how it applies to me right now. Then I'm going to get rid of 20 Basics Every Christian Should Know, Christian Beliefs by Wayne Grudem. And it's edited by his son, Elliot Grudem. I have this Wayne Grudem systematic theology. I love Wayne Grudem and his systematic theology. And so I have this, and I feel like the systematic theology gives me a more in-depth perspective. Oh, have you just heard like a crash there? That would be my pile of books just taking a tumble and fall. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. That was a book that I am not sure on. Evangelism. Then the next one is Evangelism for the Rest of Us by Mike Bechtel. I got this for free from someone who was getting rid of some books, and I've had this for a few years, and I'm just like, I'm not gonna read it. Then Cultivating Lifestyles of Reconciliation. It's a leadership guide. I read it for one of my classes, and I enjoyed it, but I feel like there are other more in-depth resources there. The Image of God by Mark Mangano. This was really good. It's a theology of what it means that humans are created in the image of God, and so it goes through Old Testament and New Testament. It was. Why is it not marked up? Maybe I didn't read it. Nope. I think I got this for like one of my papers for seminary, and I used it as a resource, but I know that I'm not going to read it. I'm also going to get rid of The Surrendered Wife by Laura Doyle, a practical guide to finding intimacy, passion, and peace with a man. I got this so the problem with taking online classes at a seminary that is a few hundred miles or several, like 5 hours away from you, is that you don't have access to their library and finding online articles. So like I had to buy some books off of Amazon. And I think I got this when I was writing a paper on submission and marriage. So I didn't read it. I used it as a resource. So I read portions of it, but I know I'm not going to read it. And then Marriage at the Crossroads, which this is edited by it's by William and Ada Spencer and Steve and Celestia Tracy. So this just presents, it's different conversations on different topics in marriage, and it presents from a perspective of complementarianism and egalitarianism. So again, I use this as a resource for one of my papers, and I know I'm not going to read it beyond that. The Devil's Feather by Minette Walters. This is a thriller, and it's foreign correspondent Connie Burns is hunting a British mercenary that she believes is responsible for the rape and murder of 5 women in Sierra Leone in 2002. 2 years later, she finds him training Iraqi police in Baghdad, and she wants to expose his crimes. And then she's kidnapped. Again, it's a thriller. I used to love Minette Walters. I used to love thrillers, and now my brain just can't handle it. So, again, I don't think it's a bad book. I need to not read it. And then Beauty in the Stone how God sculpts you into the image of Christ. I got this when someone I know was getting rid of some of the books in her library, and she knew I was in seminary or was going to be in seminary, so I grabbed this, and I think I used this for my paper on what it means to, like, on identity. I was going through a degree for master's in biblical counseling, so I think I used it for that paper. I have not read it though, and I don't think I will. I don't read nonfiction that much, so when I do, I am super picky. And even with those that I do read, I read about halfway through and then I stop reading them. So I do need to make a better commitment to read nonfiction, but I know that this is not going to be one of the books that I read. So that is all. I think the last book in my bag is another Jim Butcher, which I already talked about, that I was getting rid of book 2 and book 4 as well of the Codex Alara. So that is that. I will post in the description of this video how many books that is. I am sorry for the book pile falling. I just wanted to quick record this. This is unedited. I wanted to quick record this and post this because I will be going out of town soon, and so this video needs to be recorded and uploaded because these books are going to be going into my car. So you have a rest of the... I hope you have a good rest of your Sunday. And let me know in the comments below what you are reading. And I hope you like and subscribe this video. Thanks. Bye.